difficulties.
Unfortunate.
If you're close enough on the mini or on the map itself, it'll still show up. So I'm looking around.
Well, it should be on my compass. I don't see it on my compass.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's also not on the compass. I don't. Oh, get wind. Though if you are too far away from it, it does disappear from the compass.
Well, I'm going to quickly do my intro. Welcome back, everybody, to 7 Days to Die. We are here joined with Malattack and Spud and Mischievous Abby, playing some more 7 Days to Die. I had been not streaming 7 Days to Die, but I have been playing because I've been having a lot of issues with my stream, some issues with audio, and some issues with the camera. No.
No, because you sound perfect.
You actually sound fine now.
All right, perfect. We got upgraded camera and settings, upgraded lights. It's looking good. Hopefully it's sounding good. I'm going to put an additional earbud in eventually just to make sure that everything is sounding great, and doing a lot of minor adjustments throughout this stream, and hopefully it won't take away too much from actual playing.
Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and make 2 Jeeps and a gyrocopter.
Chip boy.
That's very unfortunate.
Yeah. Balls. Okay, that sets me back. Because I did have a.
Pretty sure we had all the parts at some point too, so.
Oh yeah, at some point we did. Ugh, that's a lot of steel. Ugh, we don't have enough steel right now. Time to make another freaking. Oh no, we have them all
right.
3 of them making.
I forgot to turn
right
off the monitor and output.
Good job. All right, for the time being. I guess it's time to cook more steel. Son of a bitch.
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Which means now, oof, yeah, we're gonna be seriously hurting for steel again.
What does it take to make steel?
Just lots of iron. Why is my screen feels like I'm blurry and I shouldn't be. Oh, that's fine.
Crap.
Yeah, I'm turning. There we go.
Oh yeah,
Turn off
this one needs to be.
Like, I was just right. It was kind of boggling my mind and boggling my eyes, kind of making them hurt.
Okay.
Jesus Christ! I just teleported to in front of the trader, and my gyrocopter is in front of me now. Well, I mean, my screen's frozen now. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. Uh-oh. Mal? Oh no. We're about to be kicked. uh there we go. I'll put it on the lowest setting. I sent in a request to the manufacturer of my computer to see what they got for like lifetime upgrade type stuff, and um OBS crashed. Oh my gosh. That's not good. That's never good. Uh
Mal saying OBS crashed. So, well then, sounds like more than just OBS crashed.
well, hopefully that. Geez, I wonder. Mm,
Yeah, because there he went. He's typing, but popped out.
yeah, I don't know if it's like an issue. I hope it's not its CPU's going out.
OBS crash caused his game to crash as well. I mean, round two, Mal?
Yeah, that's fucking weird. OBS just fucking straight up just terminated itself.
And it caused the game to go with it.
Yeah, basically because OBS crashed, it caused pretty much Windows to freak out and be like, "Oh God, what the fuck?"
Drop everything. We can't handle it. Fuck it.
Pretty much. So I'm going to. You know, we're gonna do
Apparently,
that.
both Abby and I both fell through the world.
Yeah, because all of a sudden, like, I was getting ready. I was making more steel and clay. I was like, okay, we got enough. Maybe we have enough metal to make another Jeep and gyrocopter. And all of a sudden, I got teleported to Trader Rect. And all of a sudden, I kind of clipped through the floor. The gyrocopter was there. And then OBS crashed.
And it was also funny because not too long after that,
Interesting.
Abby found her truck.
Yep. So essentially, we all started teleporting to where we
I didn't
left.
teleport.
You
Tell you
didn't
that much.
Okay, so you might have been like getting ready to. I think it might have been getting ready to load or teleport you.
I just
And
ended up falling through the world.
see, I think you were getting ready. You were gonna get ready to get teleported. So I'm gonna.
I don't know if she got teleported. She might have just seen it.
See, I was
7
at home.
days.
I
Fun,
was at.
fun stuff.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right, audio.
I was at home. I was at home when I loaded in. Like I was right outside the base.
But see, that doesn't make sense too either, because you were actually flying to a place, weren't you?
No, I had opened the door. I had just opened the vault door to change up because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bring a bigger gun to go to this tier 5 clear zombies mission. And I was like, so I made it home, and I went in, grabbed a pistol. I think I was about to grab a shotgun, and I was like, oh shit! Open the door and open the big vault door. And as soon as I did that, that's when everything. Oh, excuse me, everything just went all fucky.
Hmm.
So it's fucking weird.
Welcome to Malatak and Spud, where we have constant game issues at some point in the series.
I mean,
Every game,
fucking
there's always something wrong.
absolutely.
It's tradition at this point.
Basically, like, I mean, like, one of the things I had gone on about was like how we rarely ever complete games, but then I was corrected about a couple games that we did actually complete, and then I was like, all right, but there's always a problem because Torrin and Mel had reminded me that we did actually complete Starbound,
Yep.
but we had problems, namely me having a problem.
Yeah, you had frickin' really bad rubber banding problems.
Well, I also had a custom skin that a friend made me,
All right, I gotta
and
close out of 7 Days to Die real quick because for whatever reason I am lost sound for the game.
That's fine. I
and so
cut off the
so
matter.
I had the I was having that stupid uh issue when you get into that mech. I couldn't do that for some reason.
Yep, yep, that's
So
right.
so I had to get that fixed.
Uh,
So
all right,
every
I'm gonna
game, there's
quickly
always
pause
something
and
fucking wrong.
be right back while we boot up the game.
I mean, we actually got like what 20 hours.
It was like one mission that we couldn't exactly do, and then when we actually just like, all right, well, why don't I host instead, see if that does anything, then it started all the way at the beginning.
Yep.
Even though I used a like a saved character spot,
Yeah. It's like, well, this is fucking weird. This makes no sense.
which is bizarre because we love fucking Saints Row too.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Um, let's see here. Unepic and Merc Kings where we just didn't
Merc
feel
Kings
like
was a grind thing.
Merc Kings, and so was Unepic.
Yeah,
Because and it wasn't Unepic was worse of a grind because you'd have to literally replay the same level over and over. You couldn't just like hop in between levels to go get mats.
yeah.
Um, see here, Neverwinter Nights. We just kind of stopped playing because other games showed up.
Yeah,
EDF 5, we weren't ever able to finish the very last mission because of weird
it's
desync.
hard.
It's hard, and then for some reason you would have random disconnects.
Yeah, and Torchlight 3. Well, that was a disaster.
Oh yeah, that was absolutely
Oh,
That
that was fun.
well, no, well, but it was a disaster the way it ended though, because we
No,
couldn't continue because we
uh,
all were having connection issues, and it wasn't our fault. It was the
oh, okay,
game
that
that just
is.
was like we had like bad desyncing. Like it was massive desyncing.
All right. Just boot up the world again before I restart the stream. Let's see here. What
This is
else?
still so loud.
Conan, we were never able to beat because
Which one?
Conan, because every time I'd get into combat, I would get such weird lag and rubber band issues.
I love I love that.
So like I was zero help in every battle.
Yeah.
Um, every major battle, like ones against regular, like if we went in the pirate ship or any of the other areas, we could do it.
But when it came to like a story boss, that was
Yeah,
another story.
I couldn't do it.
And
Um,
I know that would have caused massive issues with some of those bosses. Holy hell!
oh yeah, like trying to do the snake boss
Mm-hmm.
was impossible. Like you were kiting it
Mm.
around because you were able to, but for some reason I just could not. Every time I try to hit it, my game would freeze and it would be like 3 areas away from me.
Well, I mean, there's like also because I know there's one priest that's locked in like a small cave that you have to fight him in that cave, and then there's the that frost lord, which
Yeah, I
would
couldn't.
also be a massive issue.
Well, we tried to do the frost one.
Kill.
Three. The three strikes you're out rule. It's just a simple way to doing it.
Yeah.
We tried doing the frost one, but again, that was the other one that I couldn't do. And I thought maybe because it was like, okay, maybe because the snake thing was so big.
Hmm.
It was just taking too much whatever to do something. And nope, that one got fucked up. And that one was on a server too.
Yeah.
Um,
I literally have no idea why I don't have game audio right now.
Ark
Do still not have it.
was
Arc
just
was just that was a grind fest for
yeah,
you.
I just there was no way I could have made up the grind or kept up with the grind. And
I mean, like
I wanted
there
to.
were bosses to do, but unfortunately, you just didn't have the time in order to actually accomplish them.
Yeah, and I wanted to so badly because I really enjoyed that game.
Arc is a lot of fun. It's massive size though. Holy crap!
Is Ark the one with machine guns and dinosaurs?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
I love the game. It's just I do not have the time to dedicate to put into it.
Well,
Abby wants to play Arc too.
how bad is the DLC on that one? Is it like
In terms of
the amount of DLC? Is it
There's
like
a lot.
train simulator?
No,
it's not.
not that
It's
bad.
definitely not train simulator levels. Let me check real quick. Because
Like 6 or 7. Well, Genesis 2 just came out, so that has to be
yeah,
taken into consideration too.
I mean, I bought my season pass for that, so I think I've got pretty much everything, and I think that's 10. Let me check real quick. Store page.
I mean, each one is
Um,
pretty different.
let's see. Free. NA. Free. So really, the only one that you're looking at is Arc and the Arc Genesis season pass, and that's $30.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And that's just to play on the Arc map. But all the others are like maps and like little packs and everything, and they're all free.
Crystal Isles was great.
Oh, I did love the Crystal Isles. It's still not exactly a lore friendly one.
Well, no, because
There's
there's just not a lot to
lore.
do. There's just not. Oh yeah,
There is
it
lore, yeah.
Oh wow.
explains how you're there, where the engrams come from, where the weird crystal things show up from. Yeah, there's some crazy. It gets weird. Like I've tried watching some YouTube videos on it. It gets weird. Um, but
Well,
there are
let's
some
see.
where they're just outside of like Crystal Isles does not exist inside of it. It's just
It
a map that I think wasn't it just like a map that people
it,
had made.
it was a community map that they then took and said, "All right, we'll make this a real map." But then they took a ton of shit out of the map and made it like let a lot less good. You know?
It's beautiful but empty.
Yeah, it is very empty. Like there's so many empty caverns, which is infuriating. But the other maps are good. Genesis is looking great.
Scorched Earth is nightmare.
Oh
Or what
yeah,
is it?
but I
Scorched?
mean,
What is it? Scorched Sands? I mean.
uh, I believe it's just Scorched Earth.
Okay, oh, sorry. I thought I didn't think it was Earth just because it's like it feels weird to be say Earth, but
Yeah.
yeah, Scorched Earth is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, there's
Um,
so there's the Lost Island Arctic Convention map, the Arc Genesis season pass, which comes with part 1 and part 2. Then there's Valguero, Ragnarok, Extinction, Aberration, Scorched Earth, Primitive Plus, The Center, and Crystal Isles.
okay, I hear I just booted in and I'm apparently on my gyrocopter.
I can't say I'm surprised that Abby is playing on a Scorched Earth map. That shit's hard.
All right, starting in like 10 seconds.
I tried Scorched Earth. Holy shit.
It's a fucking nightmare. So
Is it this
hopefully
set?
now,
Nope, there's Blazer. That's
I
not who it is,
suppose
but
yeah,
that's a
you're
good card.
kind
I
of
like that
used to
card.
it. But yeah, we're back here. Apparently, just OBS hated that start. It's like fuck you guys, you don't get that. Then no, you have to redo it. Um, so yeah,
But also thinking, maybe if I were to start Arc back up, I would probably go back to the island and just start from a lore perspective.
just go from the the base.
Mm-hmm.
I would want to do that too. I
Same.
wish I wish I had. Oh, somebody's loading in.
am.
I am also loading in.
So there's just like I'm frozen in the air. Uh, like I want to play that game. I want to get back into Ark, but that just takes so much time off stream that there's you pretty much can't play anything else. Sent you both invites.
Nope, that's not what I want.
Like I just wish the taming was a little faster.
Just a
I
smidge.
sh I should not have to wait certain amount of hours to tame a
I,
Quetzal.
I did turn up the taming, so
Yeah,
yeah,
you
on
did, but yeah, you turned it up. It was just for some reason it was just still really long. He did.
well
He
the
boosted everything.
well the big beasties. I mean, they still take time.
Like the Quetzal, that was the longest tame that I've had to do was the Quetzal.
Okay.
My
All
For
right.
Robo,
me, it was
So
a
Spud,
couple
I
of
think I think I found it.
found what?
The one card I was talking about earlier. I think I found it. But you finish up your discussion and I'll jump in from there.
Yeah, we did it completely unmodded, so that's kind of
yeah,
what
we
it
were
was.
we had vanilla. Because we were still like,
I'm actually going to get some treasure, and then I'm going to try and run back see if my vehicle spawns somewhere along the way.
we spent. I think we got it because we got it from the Epic Game Store.
What's that?
The Arc for free. They were giving it away from the Epic Game Store.
I mean,
Oh,
maybe for you, but I was playing it on Steam.
Well, no, we did eventually play it on Steam, but they gave it to us on there. We tried to connect to it, and it was garbage. That was the
Well,
reason why we ended up getting it on Steam instead.
Epic doesn't really have the best launcher either.
No,
But I mean, I'm pretty sure I had it on Steam anyways. It might have been
no,
a different story for you because I know that you have limited funds. I just kind of have all these packages, whereas like here's all these games.
yeah.
Like I've recently added 30 to 40 new games to my library.
I gotta get back into once I'm financially stable. That's
Well,
that's
it's like all the previous humble bundles that I didn't load in. I just finally loaded it in and decided like, all right, I might as well redeem these codes.
oh yeah. Well, I mean, I got some like I gotta once I'm more I got more funds to like do like subscription based more subscription based services. Humble Bundle is really kind of on the top of that list because I am
Mm,
I'm still super sad that I got to miss out or I had to miss out on the Pathfinder Second Edition thing that they
yeah.
were doing.
I paused so many. I haven't gotten the Humble Bundle in so long.
Oh,
I mean, I mean, I stayed sub to the choice, so there's that. Oh. You doing something now?
Applying.
Okay, because I was kind of bouncing through the earth a little there.
Weird. I didn't actually experience any
where
weirdness on that one. Hmm.
oh shit, they're dropping through the ceiling.
Huh. Give
Where
me the
where is
experience.
these
Yes.
things?
Where is these things?
Where is these things?
What is this grammar?
It's Vecker's grammar. What do you expect?
Well,
I obeyed
I
by my
tried to be
own
nice.
rules.
Hmm?
I obeyed by my own rules.
I tried to be nice. Emphasis on try.
Knock knock, motherfuckers.
See, this is what happens when essentially the bard makes wisdom the dump stat. That is exactly what you are, Feckard. You are a bard who has put your wisdom in. Well, actually, you kind of tied your dump stat between wisdom and intelligence.
Oof.
Ouch. I would like to think I am
Oof.
generally uh on par with intelligence. I would like to more come up and say that uh if I am anything, I am a bard that
Yes, that's what I said.
has whose dump stats are wisdom and charisma. Where is this thing? I hear it, but I don't see it, and I want to shoot it.
I wouldn't say charisma. What the fuck? 7 days just crashed.
Damn it, Mal.
Straight up. Just quit.
Well, because I say charisma
CPC.
because of my horrible penchant for producing coherent sentences.
Oh god. Yeah, that would probably be why it's one of the bad stats.
Server ended. Connection to the client. Love it. So Spud, it is this. Let's see here. Where's the pack details? So it came in originally the what set is this? It came in the dual deck Farira versus Malgus deck. It is back in the Lapis cluster. It is the Guinevere the Jealous Queen. A 1-cost 2/4 that rest, banish a resonator, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. Pay 1 red, rest, target resonator you control gains +4/+4 until end of turn. When it deals or is dealt damage this turn, banish it.
Yeah, it seems like something they do.
And you know what? Fuck it. I know that we talked about in the past, kind of touched on this at one time. Let me see if I can find the original Helsing from the Valhalla cluster.
Wait, it was in the Valhalla cluster as well?
Helsing? Yeah, the original Helsing? My
Yeah, I didn't know it was in the Valhalla cluster. I thought it was just in the later cluster.
No, so the release, the English release cluster, which was like we got a bunch of cards, like the first pack was like obviously a bunch of cards that was released in Japan. You know, that was basically the first cluster, or the first English cluster was like them balancing
I know the
out.
Valhalla cluster. I understand that, but I didn't know there was a Helsing cluster in it, or a Helsing card in it.
Oh yeah. Let's see here. I'm gonna keep that one open because that was like one of the bullshit cards. Yeah, because Helsing was the the ruler. Jeez, let's see if I can like rebuild my fucking like original bullshit elf deck from the card from let's see here. Let's see, rulers are rare, so search. The Fairy King. Oops, nope. Okay, we're in the wrong pack then. Oh wait, Grim. It's the Grim cluster, not the Valhalla cluster. Lots of the
Well, yeah.
yeah. Well, it's because a lot of cards from the Valhalla cluster were reprinted in the Grim cluster for the U.S. release.
I mean,
wait, no, that's
the
not
Grim
right.
cluster, I understand, but it wasn't put anywhere else, just in the Grim.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I was just.
Oh, you scrub.
Yeah, here Yep, because we use Fina. Yep, continuous if your ruler is Christy the Wind Tracker or your J ruler is Helsing the Vampire Hunter. Each resonator your opponent controls loses its symbol skill, and then each other elf you control gain +4/+4. You fucking run your full play set of 4 of those. Perfection. But where is here we go.
They actually did a new Valhalla cluster. That's interesting.
Yeah, probably to reprint a lot of these cards because a lot of them are actually fucking good.
Well, but some of the abilities were no longer in play either.
Yeah.
Oh, they did a Ghost in the Shell standalone complex set.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't care for it. I find weird like anime crossover or like anime crossovers to like card games to be kind of weird. Which is also saying something because they released 2 sets called like the Vingolf set, and both sets, the first 2 sets were comprised of Valkyria Chronicle characters.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I mean, the other one was just like, you know, rulers and everything like that of, or cards or rulers. Female personified rulers. Because I know Nobunaga was one of my favorite cards. Because, on one side she's your standard girl, and then on the other side she's got this maniacal look on her face carrying a Gatling gun. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
So it's new cluster, the Saga cluster, or what?
No, it's the it's called Dual DUEL cluster. It has the Tails starter deck. Let's see here. Starter deck villain and starter deck Tails. So a deck regarding the.
Well, because I'm looking at the Force World database and it goes up to the Saga cluster. Because the Epic of the Dragon Lord, the Magic Stone War, Rebirth of Legend, and Assault into the Demonic World.
Yep, that's out of date. I'm gonna send you a link that it has an that is an updated database.
Well,
yeah,
I have an idea.
Back. So yeah, it's the dual cluster. They have
create your Force Will ID.
Wait, what?
There's in that link. There's a create your Force Will ID.
Why am I in? No, why am I in Italian? Why am I in Italian? I don't speak Italian.
Let me check tabletop.
So yes, dual cluster
workshop.
Mal's straight up gone.
Well, he said he's checking his he's validating his files.
Oh yes. So yeah, why we wait? We're gonna just kind of BS around and talk about this. So yeah, the dual cluster. Which for whatever reason the freaking no, why are we in Italian? English version. Our database. Cluster. Dual cluster. There we go. Jeez. Let's see here. Still in Italian. All right. So starter deck. So right now there's 3 quotation sets. The starter deck villain, which uses the key uses monster type villains. And then starter deck Tails, which uses the Resonator type Tails. So Villains has the ruler who's Villains uses Odin as the ruler, and the Tails uses
Gnarly.
Yeah, uses Gnarly. Jesus, I can't. Why I don't have. I got super good at actually pronouncing it. Naralthotep. There we go. As the J ruler, and she is now a Tails instead of a what is it? Horror? Was it horror or Eldritch?
I mean,
Did they use Eldritch or did they use horror? Here, let me see. Maybe. Oh, crud! These aren't even in. Oh, they actually Cthulhu was the
Oh yeah,
Cthulhu. They just flat out called it Cthulhu because they knew what was up. Also, too, if one of your main antagonists in the card game lore is named after a H.P. Lovecraft Eldritch Horror, specifically the what is it? The Naralthotep is the mother of goats, or something like that is like one of the titles bestowed upon it.
You don't know.
I don't remember. Search. Yeah, but I don't know. I can't really talk too much on it because like I haven't like looked in like the new rule book yet. I just know that the starter decks are like pulled directly from the Game of the Gods booster pack, which is the first pack of the dual cluster, and the um and they have full play sets of cards in the starter deck.
Hmm.
So every card is, so it's not like, oh, this one deck you'll get two of this card, three of this other card, a full play set of a couple cards, one of this like really good card, like kind of like how actual normal structure decks are, where they're like, if you want to like build a competent deck, you got to buy like three of them to do it. Yu-Gi-Oh was a lot like that, where you can make very competent like tournament worthy decks by just like buying three of the same structure decks and then building it off it. I don't know if it's still true now, but back when I was playing it was. And so I know you asked me about that, if they had one specific card that you need and you got to buy like multiple of the starter decks. No, it's not like that anymore. Unless if you wanted a full play set of the ruler and the order card to.
Well, you only ever need one ruler though.
Exactly, but if you wanted like
that's a playset would be one.
Sorry, a collector's set, so four. A collector. Okay, fine. If we want to be really stupid specific, a collector's playset. So that would be four of each copy, regardless of if you can only have one of it in your deck. So yeah, they have one out of each card. So you get four cards or four. You get a playset of everything that's in those boxes, and at least one of them are one of each of the cards for each playset is holographic. So the only reason why you would want, or why anybody would want to like buy multiple of the starter decks is if really they want holographic, like a full holographic playset, because I've run into a fair amount of Magic the Gathering folk that literally spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to get a full shiny playset of their deck. Like, or not playset, but like every card in their deck is shiny. It's holographic.
Yeah.
And I've also seen how expensive a lot of those cards are.
Or some people could be just lucky enough to pull them.
Well, I'm sure they are, but like, why account for like, you got that give and take where, you spend a lot of money with a chance of pulling it, or you can spend a lot of money and just buy it.
Yeah. She's got a deck where most of her hollow is like, oh, it's mostly hollow from just pulling foils. 90%.
Yeah, I mean it happens, but like realistically, you gotta choose. Like, do you spend the money to attempt to get it through a pack, or do you spend the money just to outright buy it? Like in niche cases, if you're straight up building the deck from scratch, like from a brand new set, then you have
She's
like
gonna be explaining something.
yeah, I know, I see, but like no matter how you put it, you're either buying money for packs or you're going out and buying it out. It just depends on the circumstances.
Speaking of card games, I actually got an ad on YouTube for Vice Shorts.
Jeez.
That blew my mind. It's like, wait a minute, I haven't talked about this game in a long time. What the fuck?
I joined the Force of Will Reddit, which very helpful community, especially there's a pretty major community member who does YouTube videos, posts regularly on it. So that was actually like super cool that I got some advice on that through that. And his channel called Ruler School has actually helped me get caught up with like some of the game mechanics. All right, let's see. When I build decks, I buy boxes. Boxes lead to foils. Let's see. When I build decks, I buy boxes. Boxes lead to foils and cards I need for the deck, and also cards. Another deck I may need play. I prefer buying boxes over singles. Bet singles when the boxes they come in are. Well, yeah. At that point, you're still just buying boxes. Like, I mean, like when I get boxes of card games, like yeah, I also like open them, pull them, see what I get, and then I'm like, okay, I can make this deck with these cards, this deck with these other cards. I mean, you're still looking at like buying packs versus buying the cards outright. Let's see. My issue might be Discord. Yeah. He might need to uninstall and reinstall it.
I mean, Discord is so lightweight.
I know, which is why I think it might be his CPU is actually going out.
B238.
Shit, I gotta remember how to look up the build.
Well, I mean, I got the game open at the main menu. I just look at the top right. It says
Oh,
Alpha 20 parentheses B238.
I actually opened up a single, or I opened up a single player instance just so I could actually have the game going instead of like the screen. Let's see, I have Alpha 20 B238. Same as Spud, it sounds like. All right. Thank you, everybody on my stream who is being very patient with our issues. I'm going to load back up a single player game until we can figure out the 7 days to die. At least there's some 7 days content. I don't want people to get mad at me and like accuse me of oh. Should probably mute my phone ringer.
Probably for the better.
All right.
See.
I don't even know what I'm doing. Well, so like I just booted up the single player and just like I walked into a building, crafted a wooden club and a bedroll. And that's what I've done.
Well then, you made progress.
I've yes. Nope. Where is so there's an undercroft. Where does this lead? Straight down below. Right?
I mean,
Yep.
I decided to take a like verify integrity, so it tells me I'm running the game for some reason.
That's weird.
Yeah, but I mean, when I it's not telling me that I've got anything missing.
Okay. Jeez. Let's see here. Coding overload, man. I can't get any lower than this. Yeah, definitely gonna, hoping to hear back from place that I got this computer from, because they got a lifetime or not repair, lifetime upgrade program that I definitely want to get in on, so that I can probably get a new GPU and CPU.
Those things are always nice.
Yeah. Well, I need a new CPU because I'm kind of chugging in 7 Days to Die for whatever reason. I guess it's just that uh that resource intensive, I guess,
Right.
on top of OBS, but I don't know. My GPU is like 4 years old, and as well as my CPU, so it's in that general, like, needs to be upgraded. Or at least so
Oh,
I'm
I'll give that
told.
a shot. Let's see.
At the very least, so I've been told that that is the general rule of thumb is every 4 years you need to upgrade your GPU, but a lot of the GPUs don't handle my processor, and my processor just needs to be upgraded because I can.
I've not updated anything in ages. I'd like to, but at the moment
Shit.
it's not like necessary.
Yeah. I just want the faster. Oh, fuck you. I just want the faster processing, and then also too, I can't complain on I can't complain on better graphics card either.
Yeah.
I just hope that it doesn't cost an arm and a leg.
You might be asking for a miracle there.
Yeah, I know. Like, I found a GPU off of, like, change to experimental. All right, hold on. What is it? No. Yes, library. Nope, that ain't it. Ah, all right, I guess. Oh, this is gonna get gross.
Okay, so that part works now.
Oh wait, I guess that's not that gross.
Now let's just get the Steam thing working. Switch over to experimental.
How do you switch over to experimental again?
Right click on it, properties, beta, something.
Yeah,
Maybe
Yeah, there it
yeah,
is.
beta, and then you click the build
I see. Yeah, I see it.
all the way down, latest build. Gonna take a couple minutes as the download speed is fast. However, the uh the encoding or the disk write takes fucking forever.
Yeah. God, it has been a while since a game has given us this many problems.
It's a rite of passage. Whose rite of
A9,
passage? I don't know.
we didn't even have any of these kinds of problems when we were doing A19.
No. No,
Well,
not at all.
so I can understand me not being on the latest experimental is, because of the whole factory reset. But I don't I don't know why Spud wasn't.
Well, basically, when you're on the latest, and then they put out when they dropped A20, then you didn't really update to the experimental. You upgraded to the
But
stable.
I thought you had it situated for the latest experimental.
It was then it defaulted to A20.
Yeah,
To
once A20
Oh,
went stable, we went to stable because we assumed that we'd get a notification on Steam like we did that says A20 is going stable.
and it
That
actually, for me, it actually defaulted to stable afterwards.
that's gross. I don't like that.
yeah, it's fucking weird.
I was looking up something, and now I don't remember what I was looking up. Oh, right. Uh, while we were waiting, I was gonna quickly check my email because I don't get email notifications unless if they're marked as or received as important. And I haven't checked it in about a week because I kind of forgot about it.
Thing I can relate to.
Because I wanted to see if they got back to me.
Let me just go through some of the other games we had just to see if any of them gave us this many problems. River City gave us 0. We just haven't beat it yet.
Streets
Escape
of Rogue, that didn't give us any problems.
No.
And
Escapist
we
never
and we
gave
actually
us
beat that
problems.
one too.
Yep,
Hey,
Escapist never gave us problems, and
I think Escapist gave us some problems, but that was mostly probably due to my net.
no, it gave you problems because it just gave you a headache on the well drilling one. When
I
we were
fuck.
out on,
Well,
yeah,
that one got to the point where it's like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna work out and call it good. I'm gonna be buff.
yeah,
Fuck
and
everything else.
that one was just such a grind to play. We kind of lost joy into playing it. And then we did that last one not too long ago, didn't we?
That grappling hook one, I don't know if I want to play another one because I just love that grappling hook, and every other time the grappling hook is just not as useful.
Yeah, that one was pretty fun.
I did so much shit I shouldn't have in that game, in that map.
Okay, you were pissing off every fucking guard.
Oh yeah, and I was grappling hooking all over the place.
You were abusing the AI in that one. That one was your most abusive as towards the AI.
Oh yeah, that's just because I could get away pretty easily with the shit.
Mm. Let's
It's
see.
like, hey, I found a spot where the guards can't get to. I'm gonna grappling hook up here and just like wait it out.
Mother Gunship didn't give us any issues.
No, I just don't think you care for that one that much.
That one was giving me. I was really bad at that one, and it was just kind of giving me a headache.
Fecker, do you know Tower of Guns? That like first person bullet hell shooter?
yeah,
Mother Gunship is basically
I have
their
that
like
one too.
second game, yeah. So it's basically like that.
Well, I mean, you could have just said like Mother Gunship because I played Mother Gunship,
I didn't know
just not
if
with
you
you.
played Mother Gunship. I just
Well, I own it. I have played every game I've owned. I have at least played May not have beaten them, but I've at least played.
I don't know what that's like.
Yeah, I don't even know what that's like. Let's
I've beaten
see.
at least 2/3 of my collection.
I don't know what that's like either.
You've played over 661 games on your library?
Full Metal Furies we
That's not
beat.
is
That
that
didn't
is
give us
that
an issue.
2/3? Well, I shouldn't say at least. I should say it's anywhere from 50 to anywhere from half to about 2/3. Because there are just some games where like technically you can't beat because they're like never ending.
But eventually you get to a point and you're like, yeah, I beat this game.
Yeah.
Hell, even on our worst net, when my net was the worst and your net was the worst, Broforce never even gave us that many issues.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Broforce. Oh, it's just fucking Broforce, though.
The Capcom beat 'em up bundle never gave us problems.
No, that one was fun, though.
Chronicle or D&D Chronicles of Mystara never gave us problems.
Oh, I love that game.
I do too. I'd love to play it again. I kind of wish they'd come
I
out with another D&D beat 'em up like that. That was good.
honestly, I wish that they would come out with more support that isn't Faerun related, cuz hot take here, I fucking hate the Neverwinter setting. It is such it I don't like it.
You mean Faerun setting?
Yes. Well, I don't like the
Neverwinter
Faerun
is a
setting.
city in Faerun.
Yes, but
Yeah.
like not more people know the setting as like the Neverwinter setting because that's like the major town. Really, they only know Faerun is if they actually played D&D or read the Legends of Drizzt series.
Yeah.
Because I don't Drist, excuse me. Because I don't think they say a lot. Say like the land of Faerun in a lot of instances in the games. It also
Well, it's
doesn't hurt.
usually on the continent of which where they're at, or the realm in which, or
Yeah,
they're usually a little bit more specific on that.
yeah. I just want more Eberron support. Or hell, even like, hey, let's bring back Mystaria.
So, could you played Perfect Date then? And Bliss?
Yes. Yes. At one time.
Don't Starve Together never gave us problems, though we only played that once or twice.
I'm not a big fan of that.
I
That's why
am,
we
but
only played a little bit of it.
yeah. None of the sniper games or the zombie or the Nazi zombie games gave us any issues. I mean, the Nazi zombie one gave us any issues because it's a sniper game that's turned into a third-person action game, or you're turning a stealth game into a zombie shooter.
Yeah.
Just doesn't equalize perfectly.
Yeah, the balance of that was a bit off.
Still fun.
No, yeah.
EDF 4.1 didn't give us any issues.
Outside of just the game itself.
Oh yeah, outside the game itself, because the game itself is fucking hard, even on normal settings. But 5 gave us issues at the very end mission, to the point where I don't even think we've beaten the last mission. Because every time it happened, there was just so many Hectors and so many goddamn frog monsters. Spud would drop out all the time.
I think there was a couple dropping issues, not many, in World Brothers.
I think there might have been one or two, yeah.
But that's about it.
And
World
that,
Brothers went really well.
yeah, One Brothers went really well. That's still a lot of fun.
I still don't think you've collected everyone either.
I don't think I have. I should go. I should install the
That
game
ain't doing
again.
anything.
Are you done downloading it? God damn it! 1 minute and 40 seconds because it's patching.
Is it patching or is it writing to disk? Because Steam has
Patching.
like the two fucking things now.
Oh, Feckert, I didn't know you played Smite.
Gee, I
This
haven't
is
played
patching.
Smite in
Probably the
jeez.
last time I played. I think I played. No, actually, I think I played at one point after the last time we played, and I think that was just like maybe once or twice.
Yeah,
Here,
I
Hero Siege gave us one issue, and that was at the end, and where you got fucked up on something and ended up dying due to bullshit, and we were just kind of disheartened from that run.
Yeah. I mean, I
Uh,
still love Hero Siege, but it's actually gotten to the point where it's like, all right, I guess I'll uninstall it to make room for something else at the moment.
Magica, we never really even got started.
We did have problems with that one though.
That and well, granted,
The problem was Fecker not showing up.
no, it was not me not showing up. It was
That's
me
why we didn't do Magica anymore because you didn't show up.
not I did not show up. The issue was is that my computer fucking I had a power surge and it fried my computer, so I had to get my computer repaired.
Is that not showing up?
When you say not showing up, that is implying that like I'm like, oh
I
yeah,
imply
fuck it,
nothing other than
whatever.
you didn't show.
Oh, he's going technicality on your ass. Oh, that's funny. Let's see here.
I mean, I do remember getting a lot of good laughs out of that game though.
Oh yeah, because you and Feckert, or even the last time we tried it. No, because there was a point in time where it was you, me, and Torin. We tried playing it too, and we couldn't get through, like through the first couple screens.
I don't remember
It,
playing it with Torin.
New
the
map.
No, that was Chivalry.
Yeah, I know it was Chivalry, but new map.
Chivalry was fine.
Oh god, that Chivalry is another story altogether. Let's be honest.
My lungs still hurt from Chivalry.
No, your lungs hurt from all the vaping. Let's be honest.
Oh hell. All right, let's try this again. So mine's ready. I'm gonna try
I
to
mean,
launch the
I'm
experiment.
in a single player instance, so like I can kick out and hop in whenever we're good. Fuck.
Hell, even when we did the weird jank shit and got Morrowind to work on multiplayer, that worked fine.
I was not
We
a
didn't
part
do
of
that for
that.
very long though.
Granted, we never actually streamed it; it was just a test.
Yeah. There were just some things I didn't like about it. That's why we never really did it.
Yeah. I still think there could be some fun with that, but I think we would probably want to have more than one person about it on us, just for the ability just to bullshit with each other.
I
Because
think
that's
when it comes to that, it's more about just running around.
well, yeah. So that's where because with Morrowind has a very different fast travel system, as in it doesn't have a fast travel system
It's got the Silt
unless
Striders
you have the Stilt Striders, which only go
or
to
Stilt.
the Stilt Striders that only go to select major cities, and then you have the gondolas that only work in the city of Avec. That's it. The Tribunal and Bloodborne do not add any fast travel abilities. Um, but also in that game, you can break the game with numbers.
Oh yeah, you can.
Like
There's a good chance that you may come across a falling mage and then find scrolls of like
Incarian Flight.
is it Incarian? I thought it was like
Yep.
World Stepper.
Nope, it's a scroll of Incarian Flight. Yep, mine too. I'm gonna load this up,
100% chance. Yep.
and it gives you minus 100 carry weight, minus or plus 100 jump,
Acrobatics. But
and
yes,
plus,
jump.
yeah, jump or like, acrobatics, and I think it did one other thing, but essentially you jump, you land, you die.
Yeah.
Because he was tired of he was irritated at the lack of a traveling system. So he decided to go out on his own, try to craft some spells, and to make things easier. And he succeeded, but he didn't put in a landing gear.
Yeah, like slow fall.
Yes, Morrowind is still one of my favorite games of all time. I think that still has one of the better spellcrafting game or mechanics ever, because you can enchant anything and everything. There's so many mods.
Oh, let's see here.
Oblivion is
Oh, I love Oblivion. Oblivion's my favorite.
that's my favorite Elder Scrolls game. If I want to talk about the most memorable time I've had is with Morrowind because I've just had drunk gaming sessions with my buddy with Torin, and that's just no, it's not. Um,
Oh shit! What did I do?
What did you do?
I threw a thing.
doesn't matter if you take away graphically, and you actually just kind of look at it for the things that it did and the things that it has. It's fucking awesome. Oblivion's amazing. Had one of the best climaxes ever, and to this day, I still say the Shivering Isles is the best intro to a DLC of all time, and one of my all-time favorite
Dis-
DLCs.
Discount Elder Scrolls. Yeah, no, I don't I I like the open world. Like Morrowind is like old school open world where like you don't get really a HUD or a mini map. You gotta like fucking explore and map that shit out.
Yep.
Oblivion Oblivion is like new, like that nice fusion of new and old school where it gives you all the old school bullshit. Like you can enchant your armor to have like 25 or like 20%, either 20 or 25% chameleon, because I don't remember if there is 4 armor slots or 5 armor slots. And you enchant all armor with plus 20 or plus 25 chameleon, and then you're invisible 100% and able to still do actions. Can't do that shit in Skyrim.
Fuck no.
Although I also love Skyrim because it's got its own charms.
Skyrim's all right. I get over it quickly.
Yeah.
Like there's a part of me that loads it up and I'm like, yeah, I like it, I'm having some fun. It's mainly because I'm not touching any of the main quest or really any of the quests. And but then once you start getting into it and you look at the map and it just looks so goddamn congested, I hate it.
What is that,
It just they
Skyrim?
yeah, it just feels like they filled up the thing with too much of the same caves, the same fucking ruins, the same goddamn thing. And it loses its luster after you explored your, 12th cave
Yeah,
because they just all kind of blend in.
yeah, I know Oblivion, or sorry, I know Skyrim, like after a while the major, like yes, the major complaint against it was that a lot of it seemed to be have gone for more of a quantity over quality in terms of dungeon design. Also, too, a lot of the dungeons are circular.
Yeah, I found more interest going into the Dwemer ruins in Morrowind, and I loved finding Alien ruins in Oblivion because each one of them felt unique and different in their own way. And freaking Morrowind had throwing weapons. That still has yet to be brought back without mods.
Without mods, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember when Dawnguard came out for Skyrim that one of the like biggest like advertising aspects of it all, it was that you could get a crossbow.
Woo.
Yeah.
I mean, the crossbow wasn't anything spectacular.
No, it was just uh mm, there was a reason to go crossbow over bow, and I think it's because you could put it in your offhand or your shield hand, however you want to say.
Mm. So it's, I don't know. It felt like you're saying, it's quantity over quality with Skyrim. All right, I am loaded back in the world. I'm in the middle of the desert.
All right, I just gotta kill this zombie, and then I will join you.
I'm gonna start the stream again.
Oh, I've been straight up streaming this whole time, so
That's perfectly fine.
I feel like we're losing some of the majesty here.
No, we're not.
You know, you're just getting our shit for posture. That's all.
Yeah. Hold on here.
The what?
I just got a message from OBS saying something about the of an encoder. I don't understand what the hell that meant.
Oh, okay, good. I'm not the only one. Okay, so maybe it's an issue with OBS then, because I've never seen this thing saying like the try lowering the graphics or adjust your encoder settings. Is that the gist of that message?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so it's fucking OBS is fucking shit up.
All right, let's try this encoder, I
Oh.
guess. Guess we'll find that out. Because it says, yeah, encoder overloaded. Like, how is
Yes.
that overloaded?
Oh,
I even went back and turned my graphics back down to way it used to be just to reduce any sort of fucking strain.
validation.
Yeah, you're good, man.
Fuck. Oh, that's been because like me and Spud were I had Spud on a impromptu stream to like fuck with the lighting, although we didn't really do too much with the lighting. We just moved the webcam like slightly over to the right, so I'm center stage or center camera.
Okay.
And the audio, and he's all like, "Oh yeah, stuff's kind of being a little weird with like stuttering issues." And I've been having that thing where it just says your encoder. Makes me
Yeah.
happy.
But it didn't crash on you.
No, it didn't. It did not crash on me. All right, fuckers, wake up.
All right,
I
so
am.
let's try this. Hopefully this can
Pop,
it
pop, pop.
works. I see Feckard's in now. Invite sent to all.
Noise. There we go. Yeah.
I started way like 300 meters away from the damn rally point. Which is not where I was. I was landing at the rally point.
Well, at least you
Oh
weren't.
shit! Now I'm teleporting again. I'm in the air.
Well,
I am being teleported. I'm in the air. I'm in my gyrocopter.
Give it some time.
Yeah, I've crashed.
game crash.
And no, the
Oh,
gyrocopter.
Yeah, it's just like shit. Not again.
I mean, you need to specify between that.
No, we are good. We are good.
Woof.
I am prepared for conflict. Pop, pop, pop.
Right.
Hello, blue circle cursor. What can I do for you?
Boom. Headshot.
Okay. This is a weird day. Why is all of a sudden my game getting blurry? I don't like it.
Hey, I got a CTD.
A what?
You gotta.
CTD, crash the desktop.
Oh shit.
7 days to
Yeah.
die. It's cursed.
I should say that we did switch to the latest experimental build because supposedly some new bug fixes. Um okay. Try that out. See if I can do this damn quest now. Been trying to do this now for a little bit.
Oh, shit. Ouch. My tailbone.
You shit on your tailbone? It's not good.
Um. Aha. Nope.
Whoa.
Okay, scrap that. Scrap that.
For some
Take that and
some
take that.
reason things are looking just garbage on
Do
my
we need
monitor.
duct tape or like duct tape? Okay,
Okay,
I always
great.
collect duct tape and glue.
duct tape and glue. Okay, so those are okay. Why can't I? Okay, let's try this.
Why is it so dark at 10 a.m.?
Cloud covering.
Oof. Nope.
You know, reasons.
Oh, why am I so goddamn laggy?
Get
Oh, I'm
up
trying
there.
to load back in.
Oh, that's probably why. Okay, let me run out real quick. Filter all you fuckers out.
All right, bot drone. I need to see my inventory. My expanded inventory. Anybody interested in a tier 6 steel helmet?
Tier 6 is probably, might as well just keep it anyway.
Now I'll send the invite.
Give me one moment. Invite sent.
Interesting. I was in a position
And it
where
crashed.
Well,
You know what? This is just 7 days is just fucked right now. I yeah. And now I get another encoding over or thing. I only have 3 options. So
oh goodness.
so
yeah,
let me
there's
quickly
no
stop.
no update to OBS because apparently you can run that checker while streaming. So
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, that's kind of how it's looking, Abby.
Yeah, for it crashed on him and or on Spud, and then it immediately crashed on me.
And I just started digging again. I was right above this treasure for the past 3 times.
Try that. Um,
Becker, do you even have art?
no, I do not.
Okay.
well, I don't know what the fuck we can play now. let's see here. No, I need. Well, which one of these docs allows me to change the actual game?
So, moving to Plan B then, or what?
Yeah. I have no idea what the hell else to try. None of this shit makes any goddamn sense to me.
Are we going to take this time to call it for 7 days?
At least for now, because I don't know what the hell is going on. Like, I've tried, single player worlds work fine. But I don't know. In yours immediate, did yours show any sort of error or anything when yours crashed?
No.
It just
So, I
immediately
mean,
blinked right out.
for me, it might have just been a RAM thing because I have that issue sometimes on games.
A what thing?
A RAM thing, like I run out of RAM.
I don't know how you would. You'd have just as much as RAM as I have, don't I? Or don't you?
But I have probably multiple things running too.
Maybe you might have a point there. So let's try. I don't know about this damn encoding thing. I've never had these issues before.
Well, I just quickly went into my task manager and forcefully updated the priority CPU. So if you go in task manager under details, go to obs64.exe, right click it, set priority to, and then if it's not at high, change it to high, and then see if that fixes it. If it doesn't and it pops up again, change it to real time. And that's really the only thing I can find, but it's just I'm still getting that message.
Okay. I'm on the task manager, and then you went really fast, so I did not hear you. It's like I missed some of that.
Task manager under the details tab.
Okay, there we go. Find OBS.
Because you might do better on real time,
Well, we'll see what
and
high
then
does.
maybe change your hardware or your encoder to your actual hardware instead of the 256 if it's not already.
Well, I had tried the 264 before, and then I went to the QSV and I got the thing again, and then I went to the NVENC and I got it again. So I've gotten it all 3 times.
Yeah, I think uh I think what I gotta do is I gotta bump mine down from 60 FPS to 30 streaming and see if that helps for next stream. And then I don't know, maybe figure out something else. Cause like I did, with using my better camera, now that I have it back, yeah, I don't know. It's something is drawing way too much processing and it's causing issues with CPU.
Yeah, I agree.
But also too,
How's
I'm
Abby?
not
Hmm?
That that was Abby ducking out.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear the thing duck out. So okay,
Hey.
so now why isn't that doing a thing? Okay, we're gonna do it this way instead then.
Well, I'm gonna turn off my stream. I might be back on a little bit later. I'm just gonna try to see one more time. No, I need that up.
Yeah, encoder overloaded again. Immediately over encoder overloaded.
Let me move.
Right now.
Let's try it one more time.
Okay, hopefully now it's gonna work. Still waiting for this delay to starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey.
Well, that's a question.
We're gonna try this again. For some reason 7 days is just not fucking working. I'm crashing. Spud's crashed. We're
Mine
gonna
might
try.
be for a very different reason, though. Let's be clear about that.
This is true. Feckert and I are both having weird issues, encoder issues with OBS. I don't know if that's because we both have the updated, like the new version of OBS, and there's some weird things. Um, right now everything's working good. I'm not getting the same error, so we're gonna boot up Fallout 76 because I know damn well this game works and works just fine.
I'm gonna be super pissed off if it literally is my web camera, because it's 1080p 60 frames per second. I have it had it set for 60 frames per second on OBS. I have the only thing that I've changed in OBS was change my camera from a flat 60 to match FPS output. But the issue is that you two on the stream, for your guys' stream, you guys don't do webcam,
No,
Correct.
which is going to be infuriating if that's the case for me.
yeah, I'm looking through right now, and it's essentially
Like I'm
I might
keeping
have
an eye on my second screen.
I am too. I'm
I mean, we're a little
figured out.
janky.
I figured out a weird thing with Fallout 76. If you
Mm.
load up, yep, see it worked.
Nope,
I don't
it
know if you've
came
ever
up.
had it where you've hit play and it takes a little while to load, like you're not getting the Fallout 76 Adventure, Private Adventure, Butcher's Delight, and Custom World. If it just for some reason takes a little while to load into that, I immediately back out, go up to the Atomic Shop, because the Atomic Shop always works. Once the Atomic Shop loads, then the rest of the game loads.
I've never had any problems with anything not loading,
That's
honestly.
sweet.
All right, everybody, I'm gonna shut my stream off, and try to play around with some of the CPU encoder settings and see if I can't get that to work and run a little bit better, because that should not be happening. I'm pretty sure that these issues are due to OBS right now, because
Right now, I have mine set to the hardware, the QSV, 6000 kbps,
yeah,
and right now everything's going fine.
I think I need to just change my I need to change my outscaling. Like my I need to change my stream resolution to be something a little bit different. because I don't think I had it exactly at 1920 by 1080. I think I had it at a slightly different ratio, but I gotta look into that.
For some reason, this is weird.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you everybody who has joined and suffered through this with me.
Suffering indeed.
Maybe if I can get it figured out, I'll stream more on my own because I don't own Fallout 76, and that's what it sounds like that they're going to be playing. So see you
We're gonna
soon.
try.
If not, I will see you all on
Why is my mouse
Friday
pushing
or Saturday. I don't know. It's kind of hit or miss. I think I'll do Fridays. Start doing Fridays instead of Saturdays, but I gotta make some hard decisions on a stream schedule, especially if we're going to be doing a consistent Thursday stream for D&D.
Yeah, I mean, all these things are important.
Yeah, this is a thing. I am super hyped for D&D. I'm I'll be honest. I'm still torn between playing a Furbolg or a Variant Human. Like, I still can't make that decision on whether I want to play one of those or which race I want to play.
Just so that you are aware, for you can't double stack variants.
What do you mean?
So technically, the Dragon Mark houses are for humans are considered a variant. So you can't do variant human. The variant, like the what is it, PHB variant human, and then do the Last War variant human to get the Dragon Mark.
No, I don't care about that. I just want or if I'm going Variant Human, it's just because I want the feat instead of putting a 1 in all of my skill points.
Yeah.
I just want the feat.
Oh yeah, just getting a feat in general. First level feat is bullshit good.
Yeah.
That's why people play humans.
So it just depends on, like, they're both going to be druids. They're both going to be Circle of the Moon druids. It just depends on what personality I want to go with because they're both going to be completely different. So
All
it's
right.
just depending on what I feel like playing as, because one's a lot more jaded than the other.
Yeah. Probably the human's more jaded.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because fur blogs are more peaceful and easygoing in D&D terms.
Oh yeah. Well, see, the Furbolg see, this is the thing with the Furbolg. It is he actually doesn't know that he's wild shaping. He just kind of quickly falls asleep and then wild shapes. He
Oh,
is so non-violent. The idea of wild shaping into a violent form he doesn't have a comprehension of it. And so every time he just wild shapes, he's just gonna fall asleep and then quickly wild shape
yeah. I
and
mean,
then wake up and be like, what happened? He's also gonna have an intelligence of like 6. But
sounds good.
the human is going to be, at least the backstory is, he's going to have he's essentially going to be kind of like, I want to say half lycanthrope, but it doesn't really fit that way because I'm going to be turning into a lot more things. But it's essentially, I my one of my birth parents was a shifter, and I was immediately kicked out.
Yeah.
And
Well, shifters are more like they're not
is it or
what's
is it a changeling that I'm thinking about, where they just constantly change forms and they're usually not well liked?
Yeah,
changelings.
yeah.
Okay,
In Ebron, yeah, changelings are the ones that are able to like alter their appearance because of
Like they never show their true form.
yeah. In
okay,
fact, in the latest or in the new like the last war, Ebron, it's like it's the book is like titled "The Last War" with something something something, and the it's basically the campaign setting with an adventure in it. The what is it? The in the new book or in this book, the lore. I don't remember if it's the same in 3.5 because I also have that book. But the lore in the Last War book it basically states that doppelgangers are twisted, mutated versions of the changelings through a specific like extraplanar entities called the Delker, and the lycanthrope curse is either a twisted form of the like what shifters are. So basically, when they shifter, at some point a shifter has just completely like got cursed, and then every full moon, like they go through a bestial transformation. Uh, or the other kind of way that it's looked at is that at one time it's kind of like the tiefling aspect where they've had either their spawns of people with demon packs, spawns of a non-demon parent and a demon parent, or spawns of other tieflings. Shifters are kind of like the same aspect where except the pact part is that the shiftlings are either offsprings of a non-lycanthrope and a lycanthrope, or well, really, actually, that's pretty much the only way that could go. Because if two lycanthropes have an offspring, it would just be in a lycanthrope.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, that's like the rumored like explanation in lore is one of those two things. Is that either the lycanthrope curse is a experimental byproduct on shifters by the Delker, or that they are offsprings of lycanthropes from 50 generations back.
okay. So yeah, then it would be one of my parents was secretly a changeling. Once they found that out, he got kicked out, and essentially he rejects that side of him. And because animals are the only thing that have never judged him, he only transforms into animals,
Yeah, that's a
which
good.
would explain.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously we'll have a session 0. Just because like there's a lot that I got to go over. Set because I do plan on session 0 being the introduction of like the general world regions, uh, and just some other general like information that you're gonna need. Like I did send you the both you the what I call the legal languages, or basically the languages of the Eberron setting, um, which is kind of funny is that in normal PHP, Orc is considered a standard language, but in Eberron, um, the Orc language is considered exotic because a lot of the traditional Orc tribes are very isolationist and very well hidden, and any of the orcs that were in like standard society or like as standard as you can get in a tribal, still a tribal-esque society. Um, really more dealt with goblins, and so they adopted goblin as their trade language, and so thus eventually becoming their default language. So they orcs, if you play an orc character, uh it is more common for an orc character to speak common and goblin than it is for an orc character to speak common and orc.
That's kind of cool,
I
actually.
it is, it's super cool. But
Um, just to, I don't know, if you already have the stuff kind of on hand. I mean, not obviously on hand. I don't need to know it now. Um, Eventually, once we get to like that session 0, once everybody gets their characters, is I might want to get like an extra hour off of you just to figure out, um, like the region of where my character would be, just so we can determine what animals I would have seen. Because that's the whole thing about the wild shape, is I can transform into animals that I've seen.
yeah,
I don't want to just be bullshit and be like, I can pick from the CR1 list, so I'm a brass dragon wormling. I have to be able to see. I have to have
could
seen it
could not
before.
could not transform into that because brass dragon wormlings have a fly speed.
Yeah, I mean that's what I can't play. I can't do that till level 6. But you know what I mean, because with the circle of the moon,
Yep.
the limiter of CR is removed. You get to CR1.
Yeah, no, we definitely gotta yeah, that'll be something that we will have to figure out, because if you are in a specific region, you could technically wild shape into dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Because in
See that?
Ebron there are dinosaurs. They are a legit encounter.
Yeah.
In
Everybody
fact,
thought in
I'm gonna
campaign 2 Caleb turning into a T-Rex is weird. Here it's just going to be an everyday thing.
probably not T-Rex. Let me see.
I just use that as an example because I just remember in campaign 2 he would turn into a T-Rex all the time. Keep forgetting to see what you have, traveling merchant. You have Dick. Get off my property, traveling merchant. You have nothing valuable.
In fact, it's very lore friendly to play a um play a halfling and ride dinosaurs, because dinosaurs are from the major country that halflings most halflings are from. They use them as mounts.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. Didn't God, I remember back when, like, when we were first talking about when we were first, like, just towards the end, when we stopped doing the podcast and we started doing actual D&D or just gameplay stuff. Um a book had come out from Wizards, and it was basically the rules and how you would figure it out how to do dinosaur racing. Like, if you were gonna like race them like they were horses. Entire whole mechanic.
Uh, yeah, that. What am I looking for? Media source. Oh, oh shit. media source scene. Here we go.
We can only spend
There we go.
24, or except for we can do it more than once, but we can only spend a maximum of 24 hours at a time on land. After that, we have to go back to the sea,
Gross.
and we're all prisoners. We were all prisoners before that, and we're apparently all going back to port, a quote unquote port mercy, where there has been no mercy ever shown.
Ooh, I like that. That is definitely some pirate bullshit.
Yep.
Is it this one I want? Nope, that's not what I
Except
want.
mine wasn't for piracy. Mine was for forgery.
Yeah, it's kind of the same.
I just try to sell fake magic goods because as an artificer, I can make little magic trinkets. They only last for 24 hours, but they don't need to know that. So I was selling them, like just a bunch of music boxes and shit. And they would break right away because after a certain amount of time, the oldest one that I make, when I keep making new ones, the oldest one just falls apart. And I would just keep doing that for every sale. And eventually they caught on because they got mad because all their shit kept breaking. And then I would charge them for mending it.
That
So that
it's kind of a dick thing to do, dude.
yeah. Well, because Bleak had asked, "Why would you be on this prisoner ship? Why are you being arrested?" And I'm like, "Well, as an artificer, this seems fairly common. This seems very interesting. I could,
Oops, I didn't want this scene image.
So I'm
Properties.
like, yeah, this fits."
Yeah. So unfortunately, my closing statement has kind of failed. So I am rapidly trying to. Oops, I didn't want the blank one. Rapidly trying to rebuild my talking scene on stream and just quit tossing something together. Oops, oops. Oops. Grab the webcam, dang it. And then we can go whoop.
But yeah,
Build that up. And boop.
I'll be able to find out how that works on Tuesday. Might be able to finally get to level 2. We haven't leveled up yet.
So what you're saying is that you do not you're not playing a game where all you have to do is meet a specific requirement and you immediately level up to level 2 within the I don't know first 3 pages of a chapter.
No, he's experience numbers.
Oh, he's doing experience. Ew, gross.
Yeah,
Oops.
he's not doing milestone. He's going experience. We're actually 50 experience away from level 2.
That's
And
not
we
what I
talked that
wanted.
we were 100 experience points closer. So
Oh, here we go. Chat. That's what I wanted. Copy.
there is I believe Tabaxi Rogue and a Monkey Man fighter. Right now we have put the Monkey Man fighter on timeout. Just because he's on probation. I think we've taken away all of his sharp instruments, anything pointy.
Yeah, well.
Well, we still haven't forgiven him for killing the ogre. Or not the ogre, the Goliath. We still haven't forgiven him for killing Othar. We know
Oh,
it was
wrong
an
one.
accident, but it was his fault because he just jumped in there all willy-nilly after splitting the party.
Never split the party.
Oh, he split the party every chance he got.
You gotta
Because
keep your
according to...
fighters hale and hearty.
Well, no,
Keep your
according to
wizards in the
him...
back. You never
We don't have a wizard.
you never leave that damn rogue out of sight.
According to him, the reason why he's constantly acting all erratic and nonsensical is because he wanted to get off. He needs to get off of this island so badly that he's not thinking straight. This was after killing Othar,
Interesting.
our Goliath barbarian. Um, so he's on probation
Ugh, gross.
because we were trying to figure out we were trying to establish a plan, and he's just like, yeah, no problem, guys. Yeah, I'll be right with you. As soon as one or the last person rounded the corner, he ducked immediately went into the magical darkness without
Well,
without saying a word. So it's just he's on probation until he can be trusted again.
Jeez, I hope. Ugh, that's all squanched. I don't like that.
quit squanching things.
Yeah. If he continues to act erratic and get members of the party killed, we might just send his ass to Port Mercy to deal with them. Because we've essentially we're getting transport from a trading vessel. So it's kind of like, do we take it over and just start our life as the pirates now, or do we? Because the captain of the ship is like, oh, I'll put in a good word for you guys or something.
Because that always goes well.
And I'm like, well, that's fucking great because one, we escaped captivity because you guys were awful at your job. Two, all of your crew are dead except for you and the cook. And three, we're going to a place that has a 90% execution rate. For even minor crimes, if they can get away with it, they'll just So I'm like, really? You're filling me up with confidence, Captain. And then she got all worried because we had seen a ship and we didn't know what kind of colors they were flying. They're like, well, I better, if they're pirates, you guys better talk to them. I'm like, yeah, don't worry. If they are, we'll put in a good word for you or something. Did you just hold a grudge? You're goddamn
Something,
right I did.
something turnabout is fair play. Something.
It's like, did you just hold a grudge? You're fucking right I did.
I need.
And the idea is we are all technically drowned people. We're drowned ones. Become free and regain our humanity, we have to bring this drowned goddess 108 souls apiece. I asked a bunch of technical questions and I was given no answers. I'm
Sounds about
like,
right.
well, because I'm like, okay, does it work if all five of us grab a part of the person and then just all drown him at the same time? Does that all count as one? Or is it just person who is doing the most work? I want to make sure we can do this right as an artificer, someone who is a mad scientist who's already blown off his arm once. And yeah, it was just, cursed more.
I would imagine, yes.
You guys then. Sorry for asking questions. It's my first time being cursed. So, get to find out supposedly how this whole going to Port Mercy goes. Or if we just decide to drown we can't drown the captain because she's a drowned one too. But she's still committed to I'm a captain of the Navy or the whatever thing, I must do my duty, and I need to go back to port and continue to live out my life. It's like,
Some people committed to their cause, even in death.
I know that, but it's just like you're gonna turn into a weird thing. You're
I do reference.
weird tentacle water lady.
Gross.
One day on port. Oh, that's not. We can't believe that. Really? You were really quick to join our cause when it was getting off the island. I just said that to get out of there. You're gonna fucking die, lady.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
And she's an NPC, so I won't be that guilty. Or I won't feel that guilty if she just bites it. Or if we just decide to drown her.
Hmm.
I'm neutral. I am a true neutral. I couldn't play an artificer if I had any sort of morals.
Yeah. Need a haircut.
I
It's
willingly experiment on myself.
gross.
My artificer's goal in life is to become immortal. And the only way he can think of right now is to replace himself bit by bit into becoming an automaton.
You know, the funny thing is, in World of Warcraft, there's actually a group of gnomes that call anybody that's not a mechanical being under the curse of flesh.
That makes
And you know
sense.
what? I might actually take that saying
Um,
because
I mean that.
that's exactly how he feels. And I've never played any of those.
I mean, you can definitely lay a because like an artificer, like you technically are still doing stuff with the arcane, but it's more like magical items and like tinkering. And yeah, some of the stuff is like science based, but I mean, a lot of it also still is magic based. Um,
Well, yeah, there's
However,
certain
you
things
don't
where it's
have as much of the obscure arcane. Um, so like you having the flavor of like, yeah, he wants to be immortal. Um, but like because you're already undead, you're somewhat sentient. Because you all have your own free will, but you're just bound by like another entity.
uh,
Um, you, you going into this as a way of like, hey, um, like I want to be immortal. I want to be my own free agent. I don't want to be beholden to anybody. Um, you doing an automaton is a lot more like thematic to the class because um most people would just like auto assume to lich,
nope. I
but
want to go full automaton.
yeah, yeah, because that works a lot better for that character, or just like that character in general, regardless of like backstory or um anything that's happening in the actual campaign itself, like the player agency portion.
Mm,
The just the class itself, the the artificer, not, either transmuting or replacing parts of himself with magical items works better than becoming an undead lich. Be,
absolutely.
like I said, because you are schematic based and experimentation based instead of researching deep lore
Yep.
or through faith. Because if this was a Greyhawk where you have Weejas,
Mm,
or was it Neural, uh the two gods of death in Greyhawk, one of those two actively turns their like high priests or priestesses or just like high people of their faith, or even their champions into liches.
and I mean, there is like I also thought about for yours, in the Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft, there's the undead patron warlock, or for the warlock. I really thought about that one because I thought it'd be kind of cool to be like, slowly but surely become undead, just like my
Um,
patron wants me to.
mm-hmm. To be 100% honest, I don't know how undead fit in the Eberron setting. To be 100% honest,
Oh, and that's fine.
I mean,
I
I'm sure there are, but I mean, or yes, because they have a in 3.5 they had a prestige class called Bone Knight where you actually like
yeah. I
crafted
remember.
bone armor, and as long as you wore it, it was like just as good, if not better, than plate.
I think I remember that. I miss prestige classes so much.
Um, and then yeah, one of the 13 houses is because me and Spud had this discussion a few nights ago where the uh the dragon mark houses are like a lot of the dragon marks are passed through the bloodline. Sometimes they can just develop, but more often than not it is bloodline related. um the what is it, there's one house that is like in the most northern portion of the continent. Like the rest of the house died off. There's the only this one lady who is the only member of the house, and she's like 800 years old, and it's because she's a lich.
The House of Vol.
Yeah.
See, that would be cool. I mean, I could definitely think of a character that would get off on the idea of becoming a lich and becoming immortal that way. Just, I really dug once I saw the artificer class, I immediately fell in love with this. Like, I need to play this at some point. And I've gone full bore as far as like my flavor text goes for any of my spells. Like Firebolt, for example. I'm not casting Firebolt. I have my Smith's hammer and I'm basically hitting a piece of metal so hard with my smithing hammer that it catches on fire. And that's my Firebolt.
Oh shoot, I'm
Um
still streaming. I gotta kill my stream because I'm just talking and I'm still streaming underneath 7 Days to Die. Um,
Oh,
okay, for real this time because I didn't even realize that I didn't shut off my stream. Thank you everybody for coming. Those who stuck with here and heard all this stuff, thank you. Hopefully it gets you excited to see the new Thursday stream that will be happening for 5th edition D&D.
forthcoming adventure.
Yeah, we'll get that figured out here, and
Mr. Veterinarian.
hopefully set it up. Don't forget to like, or well, this is not YouTube. Don't forget to follow here on Twitch. You can find me on Twitter at FE_KRD. And I'm not going to plug my YouTube because I already wasted too much time. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Or evening at this point for me. If it's day during your time, you have a wonderful day too. Bye-bye.
Good one.